Hi everyone, it's Rax. I want to show you the best boss spawn I've ever had, meaning the boss spawn that I had the most stacks on. And there were some interesting decisions that went into making it happen, so let's go through it. So we have a chicken battlefields. Chickens are an ideal mob type. They're worth a good amount. They'll follow you. They stack very nicely. They're easy to kill. They're one of the best mob types in the game. So we move forward. We already have Waller, which is really bad because it really nerfs my damage. When I shoot a hungering arrow into a wall, it just dies and it can't pierce and crush everything down. So trying to drag everything down to these 5-pack of walling turkeys. And it's my priority to kill them because obviously they're Waller, right? And if I can't kill them, I'm just going to leave them here. And maybe what I will do is I'll go somewhere else and get some stacks and come back and throw them on the turkeys to try to kill them that way. But I cannot have 5 giant turkeys that are walling everywhere following me all around the map. So we'll have to see what happens here. We do have a lot of density though. This is looking pretty good. We already have 50 stacks. Let's see what we get. What can we do to get rid of these turkeys? Okay, I see the snowflakes. It's got to be a snowball. I throw it down right through them the best that I can. And it's doing pretty good damage to them. And snowballs, especially if you had a good amount of stacks, are always worth following to make everything chase you because they deal so much damage. I can't tell you how many elites I've killed having them chase me through the snowballs. So some of the turkeys are dead. So that's good. This turkey is very upset that we have killed his brother and sister. The snowball is coming back and it disappears. All right, 62 stacks snowball, that's pretty good. Well, the turkeys are alive and I don't want to deal with 3 walling turkeys, so I'll just leave them there and let's move forward and look what's over here. Oh, nice. Another pack of blue walling turkeys. You could see my face and how excited I am to deal with more walling turkeys. I guess Thanksgiving is coming early this season. But I essentially have the same problem. These guys are going to spawn walls everywhere. I'm going to do no damage. And I cannot believe that I escaped walling turkeys to run into more walling turkeys. Same strategy here. Let's try to kill them to make them not bother us for the rest of the rift. But there's no guarantee we're going to be able to one-shot them. It's pretty much going to be, again, a snowball or nothing. So here I decide, you want to know what? Let's go back and see if we can kill the original turkeys. The dark on the screen means it's a meteor. Here we go. Can these meteors wipe out these 3 turkeys? And we got 30 stacks and there's 1 turkey that's kind of hurt. And by kind of hurt, I mean extremely hurt. So I can deal with 1 turkey, I think. So I want to bring him over to his cousins who are living on the other side of the map. And with the next seasonal buff, let's see if we can get rid of these little blueberries that have spawned all over the map. So let's kill the trash the best that we can, trying to dance in the Oculus ring around the walls to deal some damage. Use my Waller potion, which is, of course, the potion that you need doing these pushes. And let's bring them all down here and see what happens. Would love another snowball. That would be very helpful. These monsters have no interest in joining us, but we need to change their minds by shooting them in the face with arrows. 48 stacks is not impressive. This isn't going to be anything tremendous unless we get some stacks right away. So hopefully let's get another snowball, or I guess the meteors would be all right. But let's see if we can get something helpful. Turns dark, so it's either got to be meteors or twisters. It is twisters who kill the first turkey instantly. And then same strategy here. I just try to lure them into the tornadoes as much as I can. And even if you're not going to kill the turkeys, if you plan to stay on the map, then spend the time to hurt them with the tornadoes. Because if you hurt them badly, then hopefully on the next seasonal buff, we will be able to get rid of them. 55, 56 kills for the tornadoes. I'm happy with that. Let's move forward here, and we have a conduit pylon. So obviously having a conduit pylon is ideal in the rift, but we almost always need it at the end of a rift in order to get the mega stacks that we're going to need to kill with a snowball or a tornado. So we essentially got a conduit at the end of this battlefields, but if you look at my bar, it's not all that impressive. We're even, but we don't have that much progress. So even if I took the conduit and zapped everything down, I mean, I would be lucky to be at 70%. And I need another 30% somehow in the rift. So these are the kind of things that I'm thinking about. This is the end of the battlefields. So let's see what the seasonal buff does, and very importantly, let's see what next map is. Here we go. We have a beam. Pretty ideal. Again, let's try to barbecue all the elites down. And most of them are dying without a problem. Finally got rid of all the turkeys, and the conduit will be able to finish the last couple of elites that are sitting right there. So next we have an archives, and it looks like we've got a pretty good mob type. We've got Summoner Charger here, and Summoner Charger is going to have a lot of stacks for us that we can use with the conduit to have an incredible boss spawn. And I'm thinking, well, if I kill everything at the end of that battlefields, and if I kill everything that I'm seeing right here, because I know that that's the door in the top right, are we going to win? And the answer is no. So I'm just going to go to floor 3. And let's start fighting here, see what we have. Let's get some progression. And then, only then, let's go back and take the conduit and see how that goes. So once again, we've got a pretty good mob type. We got spiders and summoners. This is amazing. It's going to be pretty good. Summoner Charger again. So I go a decent ways into the Corvus, and I'm going to play it backwards. So we're just going to chop everything down and try to kill an elite or two, and that should be enough for us to take the conduit and win. We got tornadoes in the corner. I'm fine with that. It's probably a very good seasonal buff, all things considered. And once again, just playing with the tornadoes, trying to get as much progression as I can get. I'm trying to get progression here because I want to take the conduit on the battlefields and finish the rift. And then I can pretty much pick where I want to spawn the boss on which map would be best. So that's another thing that I'm thinking about as well. Well, this looks pretty good right here. I mean, there's a ton of monsters. There's summoners who are going to make more skeletons for us. And there's a couple of elites here that we can hurt. So I'm just going to sit right here and chill. Even if we're staying roughly even if we're losing a tiny bit of time, that's perfectly fine. I just need enough progression to make the conduit 2 floors down finish the rift. So I'm noticing a problem here. There's the bull that is blocking the yellow from coming into the next room. This is a problem because I need to kill the yellow for the progression, and the yellow can't move, and I can't get the bull through the door. So unfortunately, I got to figure out something to do with the seasonal buff. Maybe I can throw, if we get a snowball, throw it sideways in the door frame. But this is not a snowball. It is meteors. Let's see how they do. Not bad at all. They wiped out pretty much everything there, right? But again, I got a problem with the bull, so I run into the next room, let the bull charge, and only now have we freed our yellow, the friend, to come forward and join us at the beginning of this Corvus, because we need to kite everything back. And now we're getting in the territory. If you look at my bar now you could imagine if I took the conduit on the battlefields and zapped the next map, now we could realistically finish the rift. Whereas before, that was probably a far-fetched dream. So let's just get as much stuff as we can down there, and let's throw another seasonal buff. I'm still looking for progression. I'm still not completely confident that we can finish the rift with the conduit, and I don't want to take any chances. I just need to spawn the boss. So let's gather everything up and throw another seasonal theme and see what happens. We have a blue and a yellow here. If we could kill both, that's amazing. But killing one or the other would probably be enough. And then we're pretty much ready to make things happen. So here we go. We got 84 stacks. I see the rain, so it means beam. And I go down here, I'm aiming at the yellow, and I'm trying to aim up. Trying to beam everything down. The blue dies, so the only one I'm going after is the yellow. So I'll beam him the best that I can. And he's badly hurt. So I'd like to bring him to the door. And now our bar is perfectly fine. Now our conduit is going to be perfect. And I noticed this little bridge right here for the Corvus would be an amazing spot to spawn the boss. Maybe I can kill the yellow last and spawn the boss that way. Notice I have 35 seasonal stacks and there's a bunch of little frogs here. I do not want to kill a single frog. Not a single one. I want them all alive because I want to throw the seasonal buff and have that kill everything, because then it will count toward the next rotation when the boss spawns. If I just sit there and DPS as hard as I can and kill everything, every single frog here that I kill is a stack that I will not have for the boss. So I'm purposely just spending my whole time kiting everything to kind of this middle room, and I am trying my best to not kill a single living organism. I don't really need to kill these elites anymore. All I need to do is zap all the trash and maybe kill the yellow on the Corvus. I see snowflakes, it's a snowball, bowl it right down the center. Looks like it got deflected somehow, I'm not really sure how. But that's okay, 36 monsters killed. Let's grab the conduit. How many stacks can we get? Dismiss the Templar so he doesn't bother me. And again, we did such nice work to make sure that we had enough progression here that we can have a mega boss spawn by just zapping the trash. So we're already at 90 stacks. This looks amazing, and we have 75% of our conduit left. We're going to try to use as much of it as we possibly can. So here we are, 139. Let's move forward. Again, skipping all the elites. I want to zap the trash. I've got that yellow badly hurt next map. As long as I give him a hug, he will die quite quickly. I remember down here I checked, there were a couple little creepy crawly guys. Kill most of them. 200 plus stacks. This is amazing. A snowball with this many stacks will obliterate a Rift Guardian, and tornadoes should do pretty well as well. And there it is. We only wasted a couple seconds of the conduit, but we still need to get Raziel to the door. And this is our moment. Snowball or Twister, and it's almost certainly over. There's no surviving this. We go back, and it's a firewall. Heartbreaking as usual. I've spawned 23 bosses, 23, and I've had one snowball. The first video that I showed you guys. It's unbelievable. We had 4 boss spawns today. Still no snowball. One of these days, we will finish this. Thank you for watching.